Charlotte Hornets matchup. It's the Pacers. And so, with that loss, that gives each team one win apiece in this series. Both teams want this one badly.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. I mean, they weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking, no ball movement, very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their...
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Pacers leading by 4. Hill dishes to George. Hibbert with the screen, and George kicks to Hibbert. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Stuckey's got his second basket of the game.
Right. Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Clutch, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Walker the pass to Clutch. No good on the 3. David West, kind of an old school mold for big men guys. He's tough. Clark, you saw this, incredibly physical. Steve with the great IQ for the game.
Yeah, kind of like the Davis brothers of those 90 Pacers teams. Dale and Antonio, just physically dominant. He would fit right in with those guys.
Hornets trail by 8. Walker the pass to Clutch. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against the 76ers.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win. He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Charlotte's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. The shot's good from Clutch.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. West setting the pick for Stuckey. Makes it off the glass. Stuckey's got 8 points.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
We talked about the impact players on these two teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
And thank you, Doris. Walker against Hill. Walker dishes to Vonleh. Passes it to Kidd-Gilchrist. Here's Clutch. From outside, off the mark. Pacers leading by 6. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Hibbert with a screen for George. An easy layup after coming off the pick. George has got 6 points.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
And it's Walker penetrating. Back to Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
It's his first trip to the line. So both teams changing it up here. Both shots good from the stripe. Heaves it up. Can't hit. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Pacers. They're up by 6. And the first get underway just after this short break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Ryan Roberts out there with clutch, and it's Stevenson in at the 3. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Hornets trail by 8. Here's Roberts. Right wing. Here's Clutch. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
You have to wonder, as we've seen Paul George go from good to great and then from great to fantastic the last couple of seasons, what's his ceiling? I mean, with his size and skill set, there's very little that he can't do on the floor.
Indiana leading by 6. Watson, the pass to George. And the layup falls. George has got 8 points.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The Hornets shooting around 41% on the night. Well, Clark, for Paul George, it's incredible to think that he was taken as late as he was in the draft. But as you said earlier, his ceiling is through the roof, and he's right up there with LeBron and KD as the best threes in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Really nice to watch his development because he's made progress each year. It'll take an incredible amount of hard work for him to surpass either of those two in the grand scheme of things, but I wouldn't doubt anything when it comes to Paul George's ceiling. It's just going to be a matter of his commitment to the work and staying focused on realizing his tremendous God-given ability.
Pacers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Mahimi with the block. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Biyombo. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's George. Can't get it to go. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Detroit game plays out for sure.
Kemba Walker's checked in for Charlotte. Then for the Pacers, Hibbert comes in for Mahimi. And it's Hill in for C.J. Watson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The offensive rebound. Biyombo. That's good.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Hill kicks to George. Skola with it. He's against Zeller. And the shot is good. Skola's got his first basket of the night.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
And Walker kicks to Anderson. Pass to Zeller. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. And so that's the end of the first half. Pacers lead by 9. And time now to go court.
Well, David, a great...
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. Very nice offensive first half from the reserves. You guys had a big impact. We'll be coming back to you in the second half. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense. Great positioning. Good job finding the open passing lanes and getting the ball in tight. And offensively, let's let our big men do their job by getting that ball into the post. We need to identify the passing lanes and use them. We're facing a team that does a lot of things well. No surprise they gave us problems in the first half. Now it's our turn to show them what we do well.
The second half just about to get going here. You look at Paul George. Pacers leading by 12 on the court for Indiana. Down low, West and Hibbert. Rodney Stuckey out there with George Hill. And it's George in at the small forward. West a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. And George, here we go. Takes a shot at the elbow. Indiana again missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Clutch, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Indiana. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And checking out Charlotte, 4.5 games behind.
You know, when you check out Charlotte, their season hasn't been great and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. A few times it's looked like they're about to turn the corner, but they just haven't been able to sustain that winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent to be among the league leaders. But it looks to me like it's not going to happen for them this year. I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
Here's Clutch, started by Stuckey. Now Walker, averaging 18 points a game. That drops. And 12 points for Clutch.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Stuckey setting the pick for Hill. West a screen on Walker. Right side, George. Right side, George. Second shot opportunity, and Hibbert lays it up and in. Hibbert's got 8.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Walker goes in. Hill pulls it in. Pacers leading by 8.
George Hill, an efficient combo guard. He was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day deal back in 2011. That was the Kawhi Leonard trade, with Leonard, of course, going to the Spurs. It's a trade that benefited both sides.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, we all know that Lance Stevenson is fearless, and as far as he's concerned, that's a product of his Brooklyn upbringing. He said players there have a, quote, feeling that nobody can stop them on the floor. Former teammate Paul George said of it, that's Lance. He's a New York player. They play with that kind of confidence. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. That confidence has certainly served him well. West a screen on Walker. Hill dishes to West. Can't hit from in close. And I know, Clark, that you know Hill well. George, an Indianapolis native, played collegiately at nearby IUPUI.
And Kevin, going now in his 4th season with the Pacers, exactly the kind of support starter you want as a contending team. He's rock solid, really defends his position well. It's steady. I'd like to see him be more aggressive in looking for his own offense.
Here's Hibbert. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Pass to Clutch. 3-pointer. That's good. Clutch has got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from 3-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks. Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Stuckey with it. He's picked up by Walker. Stuckey with it. 10 points for him. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Clutch the pass to Walker. And there's the pass to Clutch. And it's off from 3-point range.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Hill kicks it to West. It's back to Hill. West can't hit. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
The shot's good from Clutch.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
West inside. 8 points for him. And it's George missing.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Here's Clutch. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now Hill. Outside, George. Good, the assist goes to Hill. 14 points here for George.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Pacers out in front. They lead by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game with Jefferson comes in for Biombo. And it's Clutch in for Gerald Henderson. In Indiana with a change here too. Stuckey's checked in.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Pacers.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage. And pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
They will walk out of here riding high today. Big win over a conference foe that they split their previous 2 meetings with.
Steve, one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they can build off this win and beat them a 3rd time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Paul George. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
Clutch in at shooting guard. Zeller and Johnson are the bigs. And Stevenson is out there with Brian Roberts. So that's the Hornets 5. Scola kicks to Watson. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Clutch sinks the three-pointer.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but it seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
And here's Watson. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Paul George.
UGLY.
Man, ugly doesn't even begin to describe what happened out there.
What would you call it?
Sorry, pathetic, garbage, embarrassing.
Just gotta let it go. Get back at it tomorrow. Study some film, see what we did wrong, hit the weight room, get some treatment, make up for the next time out.
Good idea. The quicker we get back out there, the quicker we can leave this nightmare behind us. Let's hit it.
Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest live from the Time Warner Cable Arena. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. You look at the Pistons. This is a team in search of an identity. They've dropped 7 of their last 8, and they have looked completely out of sync.
You know, they've looked a bit lost out there lately.
The Hornets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will, some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
Clutch, he's checked in for Charlotte. Show you the teams that have shot the lights out. During the last month, 5th on the list, the Hornets.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
Jennings kicks to Prince. 5 to shoot. It's Jennings with the drive, and he gets it to go. Jennings has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
There's the pass to Clutch. From the arc, and it's the Hornets another 3. And his old high school coach is an attendee at today's game, Clark. I believe they still stay in close contact, even though he's now in the NBA.
And, you know, you always have to keep perspective by remembering where you came from, no matter what you're doing, but certainly in the NBA. And it's nice to see that he does that by still staying in touch with his old coach.
Meeks passes to Drummond, and he gets it to go. Drummond's got 6.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Got that one up quick. 6 points for Clutch.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Pistons trailed by 4. Outside Jennings. Drummond with a screen on Walker. Grant in the corner. It's out of bounds. Pistons able to retain possession here.
Looking at the Pistons, Kevin, let's see how they performed over the last month in the NBA league rankings. 4th in scoring, 6th in assists, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And what impresses me most out of all those numbers you just talked about, Clark, is the points per game, because this is a team that has become very difficult to cover. They set good screens, they get great ball movement, and because of the unselfishness and the floor spacing, they seem to get wide open shots time after time.
Biombo, soft touch off the glass.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Jennings with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Hornets leading by 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Jennings kicks to Meeks. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Hornets on top as they end the first quarter. When we come back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Charlotte, Clutch. He's in at shooting guard. Henderson out there with Van. Then it's Zeller, and it's Roberts in at the point. Outside Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. He used that pick to get in close. Jackson's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Pistons.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Zeller dishes to Henderson. Passes to Clutch. Lets the three fly. Charlotte again missing.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after. Hitting those two in the first quarter.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Henderson pulls it in.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Feeds it to Roberts. Here's Clutch. Here's Vonleh. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. I mean, they weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Great job.
Good ball movement.
Going to the line.
Teams deciding to change it up. And we've reached halftime in this one. Hornets lead by 12.
Hi, Kevin.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. All right, you starters, I expect you guys to be nice and fresh in the second half. Bench really gave us some great production. Nice to see something from everybody out there. But love the success we've had on the offensive glass. That's where we've done our best work. Maybe we can get that to carry over into a few other areas. And something I'll be looking for right away in the third are sharp entry passes into the low.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
What a game here for Walker. He's got 11 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
On the floor for Detroit, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Williams is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Prince in at the small forward. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Clutch in their last time out against the Pacers was just a man on a mission.
Let's go. You're in.
Dang, about time.
Here's Jennings. Drummond with a screen on Walker. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Here's Meeks. He's guarded by Stevenson. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 10 points. From Meeks. Watch, he's checked it. Lance Stevenson. And the Hornets with possession here. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
The dish now to Meeks. Pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Prince. They get the rebound. Outside Jennings. Pistons passing it around. And Drummond kicks to Prince. Sinks the triple. Prince has got 5.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Hornets leading by 10.
Andre Drummond, kind of a late bloomer when it came to basketball, really. Was pretty uncoordinated as a kid. He'd struggle to make layups early on. It wasn't until around the age of 14 that he really started to show some promise.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Jefferson on top. With the teardrop, Brandon Jennings comes up with a rebound. Pistons trail by 10.
And for Drummond, a different upbringing than a lot of blue chippers. His mother's focus was squarely on academics and his character, not on a future in the NBA. In fact, one time he was supposed to attend a basketball camp hosted by LeBron James, but his mother held him out because he'd forgotten to do his laundry.
The Hornets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Clutch. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
And there's the contact on the jam. He gets the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him. When you look at Drummond Clark, do you think his upbringing kept him grounded?
I do, Kevin. I mean, we're all products of how we've been raised. In some ways, I think it threw off talent evaluators because he lacked that obvious, overt ego and confidence, but that belied a hunger to be good, and we're seeing that work pay off.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Brandon Jennings. He's been a standout for them the past few weeks. The numbers show it. He's getting around 16 points a game, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and he's really been pulling his weight. We're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box scores.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. The feed now to Meeks. Pass to Prince. To the inside. Jennings kicks to Prince. He dishes it to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Tayshaun Prince.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends. He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Jennings passes to Meeks. He kicks it to Drummond. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Walker dishes to Vonleh. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And now a 9-point Hornets lead.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Williams a screen on Walker. And Meeks kicks to Jennings. Blocked. Here's Kid Gilchrist, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
And Drummond throws it down.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
The pass to Clutch. The three. And another three for Charlotte.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Pistons trailed by 12. Outside Jennings. Dishes it to Meeks. Walker against Jennings. Over in the corner, Meeks. It's back to Jennings. The three-pointer, no good.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Clutch. And there's another one for the Hornets.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Williams sets a screen for Jennings. Lets it go from 11, and that one's good. Jennings has got 9. 8 seconds left to play here in the third. From deep, Walker. The shot no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Charlotte as they end the third quarter on a 12-4 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
.103 left in the fourth quarter. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for Charlotte.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round 1 of what's basically a 4-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning for the players.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and boy, what a game it was for Kemba Walker. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Clutch in a two-guard. Zeller is out there with Henderson, and there's Brian Roberts, and it's Vonleh in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Roberts. The shot no good. Great D that time from Lucas. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Detroit's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Caldwell Pope kicks to Butler, and he gets it to go. Here's Roberts. Pass to Clutch. Beyond the arc. That's good. And the Hornets lead by 16.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should. Let their team hear it. They were good.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Al.
It's the man, the myth, the high school coaching legend.
No, not as good as a coach since I lost you a few years back. It's funny how coaches get better when they actually have good players on their team.
Man, forget that noise. You taught me everything I know.
You're like a sponge. And it's paid off for you. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, Coach.
Now hit the showers. I can smell you from here.
All right, man, I gotta get fresh.
All right, sounds good.
You know, life's a funny thing.
Whatever you say, boss.
A couple of months ago, I never even heard of you. A few weeks ago, I was certain you were a one-and-done guy. You know, have your cup of coffee in the bigs, and then disappear, never to be heard from again.
And now?
Now, well, now I'm gonna tell you that I was wrong not to draft you, and I was silly to offer you only a 10-day contract, and you know, I was mistaken to think you were only here to have a cup of coffee.
So you're saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying we're offering you a guaranteed contract for the rest of the season.
Heck yeah! Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. Thanks, you're not gonna regret this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make this organization so proud.
Good. Listen, you got this opportunity because you've been working your tail off out there. You know, you keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You got it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Get out of here.
Thanks again.
Get out of here.
Welcome to the film room, everybody. Coach wanted me to give you all a little breakdown on some of the key points of emphasis strategies we'll be using moving forward. As you know, the entire staff feels it's important to review the basics from time to time, giving everyone a better understanding of what coach is expecting when you're out on the floor. It's going to help the team win more games. Simple as that. Now let's get to it, gentlemen. Getting to the basket and playing physical on defense. So here we go. Now, there are times when coach is going to want us to really focus on getting to the basket. We have some talented players on this team who are capable of getting to the rim just about any time because of their ball handling, speed, and ability to finish inside. When we run into a team that has weak perimeter defenders or is not very good at defending the rim, coach is going to want us to go strong to the hoop whenever possible. Now let's take a look at some game film showing how we can try and get to the rim for some easy baskets. Okay, up next, playing physical. We got some very physical players who like to use their bodies against weaker, smaller teams. We should be looking to take advantage of those size and strength mismatches by wearing out our opponents over the course of the game. Now let's look at some film so you guys can see what playing physical on the defensive end looks like in action. Okay, that's going to do it for today. There's no excuse not to know what's expected of you when coach calls for either of these points of emphasis in a game. See you at practice.
You got it, coach.